friends. When we left off reading Magic Treehouse book number 19, Tigers at Twilight, Jack and Annie were worried about tigers, and Annie had just come up with an idea. Let's see what happens. Chapter 5, Night Walk. Uh-oh, said Jack. What is it? I know how to escape the tigers, said Annie. Our book said tigers don't attack elephants, right? Yeah, said Jack. So we should travel through the forest on the back of an elephant, said Annie. Jack nodded slowly. That is a cool idea, he said, but no buts. I'll get on first, said Annie. She climbed down the tree until she was close to the elephant's back. She carefully lowered herself off the branch. When her feet rested on the elephant's back, she let go of the branch, then she slowly sat down. The branch let out a rumbling sound and shifted her weight. Don't worry, it's just me, Annie said softly. She patted the huge creature's back. Thanks, Saba. Saba, said Jack. That's her name, said Annie. She just told me. Yeah, right, said Jack. Arf, arf, barked Teddy. Come on, Jack, said Annie. It's not scary. Jack sighed and slowly climbed down the tree. When he was above Saba, he lowered himself off the branch. He put both feet on the elephant, then he carefully sat down in front of Annie. Saba rumbled again. Tell her not to worry, said Annie. Pat her head. Don't worry, Saba said. Don't worry, Saba, Jack said. He patted the elephant's head. Her skin was rough and wrinkled. The elephant curled her trunk back and rested it on Jack's head. Hi, he said in a small voice. Saba flapped her ears. Ka and Ko swung to the ground in front of Saba. They chattered at her. She waved her trunk at them. The lungers began bounding through the forest. Saba followed. The rest of the herd followed in line. Saba walked with a calm, rolling motion. Jack felt as if he were riding over ocean waves. A full moon was rising above the trees. Where are we going? Jack asked. Just relax, said Annie. Ka and Ko know where to go. Arf, arf! Teddy barked from Jack's backpack. You relax too, Jack said to the little dog. Fireflies blinked. The moon lit a path between the trees as the elephants marched on. From a distance came a low growl. Is that the tiger? Jack wondered. The elephants paid no attention. They kept walking through the warm woods. They marched slowly under hanging vines and through misty clearings. Ka and Ko bounded ahead of them, two moon shadows leading the way. We're going far from the treehouse, said Jack. Don't worry, Annie said. Suddenly, a long roar split the night. A chill went down Jack's spine. The roar came again. It turned into a yowling. The yowling turned into steady moaning. It sounded as if the whole forest were moaning. That's a really sad sound, said Annie sleepily. Yeah, said Jack. But the elephants all marched on. Jack rocked in sleepy rhythm with Saba's walk. He could hear Teddy snoring in his backpack. Soon Jack's head rested on Saba's back. He began drifting in and out of dreams of rocking in a boat under the dark treetops. Chapter 6, Swamp Creature. Caw, caw, uk, uk, uk. Jack slowly came out of his dream. He opened his eyes with a start. He was surrounded by hazy sunlight. Where am I? He thought in a panic. Then he remembered. He was in India on an elephant's back. He sat up. Through the haze, he saw that Saba was standing on a muddy stream back. Jack yawned. Where was Annie? The other elephants were upstream. They sprayed water on each other with their trunks. Teddy, Ka, and Ko were at the edge of the forest. Teddy sniffed the tall grass, and the lungors ate flowers. Good morning, called Annie. She was sitting on a big black rock downstream. She was barefoot and soaking wet. Hi, said Jack. How did you get down? Teddy and I slid off Saba into the mud, said Annie. Try it, but throw down your sneakers and backpacks first. Annie went to Saba's side. Her feet were buried in mud up to her ankles. Jack threw his things to Annie. Then he patted Saba's rough, wrinkled skin. Thanks for the ride, he said softly. The elephant touched him one last time with her trunk. Jack slid down her side, feet first, and fell into the mud. He caught himself with his hands. They sank into the mud past his wrists. His glasses were splattered too. Wash off in the stream, Annie said. She put Jack's pack and shoes on the rock while Jack waded into the cool water. He washed the mud off his hands and feet. He rinsed off his glasses, then he looked around. Saba had joined the rest of the herd. The elephants looked beautiful in the morning mist. Everything looked beautiful. Yellow and blue water birds spread their wings. Mossy hanging vines swayed in the breeze. Huge white flowers floated on top of the stream. Then Jack saw a strange sight. It looked like a horn and two ears sticking out of the water. One ear flicked away a fly. There's a weird creature out here, he called to Annie. It looks like it has a horn. Annie waded into the stream. I better check the book, said Jack. He hurried to his pack, wiping his wet hands on his t-shirt. He pulled out the India book. There was a picture of a horn sticking out of the water. He read, "The one-horned rhinoceros, or rhino, washes in a forest stream. Rhinos are not usually dangerous, but because they do not see well, they sometimes charge at things by mistake. A loud noise will usually stop them." Jack felt sorry for the rhinos. Too bad animals can't wear glasses, he thought. He read more. "The Indian rhino is a very endangered animal. This means that there are not many left. People called poachers kill them and sell their body parts as medicine and good luck charms." Jack started to take out his notebook. Just then, a slurpy, sloshing sound came from the water. "Whoa," said Annie. Jack looked up. The rhino rose from the stream. He looked like an ancient swamp creature. "Oh, man," said Jack. The rhino peered at Annie with his tiny eyes. Then he snorted and lowered his head. His horn pointed right at Annie. "Make a loud noise," Jack yelled. Annie clapped her hands and shouted, "We come in peace." The rhino stopped. He grunted. Then he sank back into the water. Annie laughed. "Whew," said Jack. "I better take some notes about that big guy." "Arf, arf," Teddy barked from the edge of the forest. "And I better get Teddy," said Annie. She hurried out of the stream and ran to get the dog. Jack pulled out his notebook and wrote, "One-horned rhino, an endangered animal, needs glasses." "Jack!" shouted Annie. She was racing toward him with Teddy at her heels. "Come, quick!" "What's wrong?" he said. "We found something terrible." Annie was close to tears. "Really terrible." Dun, dun, dun. What do you think Annie and Teddy found? We'll keep reading tomorrow and find out. Bye, friends.